Hello students, this is CA Prachi Rustagi. Hope you all are staying safe at your homes and using your time productively. So, welcome to the third lecture of Entrepreneurship class 12. We have already done two lectures on unit 1, that is entrepreneurial opportunities, and we have learnt about that how to sense opportunities, what are the various idea fields, how to find an idea, or what are the various idea sources, and what are the different factors that influence the concept of or the activity of sensing the opportunities. Now today we will learn about a different concept, which is environment scanning. So you all know that a business enterprise does not work in isolation. It works in a society, and there are various factors which impact the working of the business. So let's move forward and understand first that what is business environment. So business environment basically are the different factors, conditions, or the forces which have an impact indirectly or directly on the business working or the business enterprise, and these factors are actually impacting the current plans of the business, or they are going to impact the future plans of the business. So these factors can be legal, they can be political, they can be taxation policies which are given by the government, they can be customer preferences, it can be related to any party which affect your business enterprise. The next is, what is environmental scanning or what is environment scanning? See, environment scanning is a careful observation of these factors which I have told you just now, that there are various factors which impact the business enterprise. So you need to carefully observe them or carefully monitor them, that how they have a negative or a positive impact on your enterprise. So moving forward, the environment scanning consists of two activities, that is environment analysis and environment diagnosis. So in environment analysis, first you collect the information from various sources. The sources can be any. The sources can be government publication, the sources can be a verbal communication or a written communication with your customers, with your employees, with your retailers, with your distributors, with your wholesalers, or anybody in the supply chain which have a direct impact in your business. And then with that information you can collect it and you can analyze it, that how it impacts the strategies or the working of the organization. So after doing environment analysis, we go forward to environment diagnosis. So diagnosis is basically the interpretation of all the information which you have collected in environment analysis. So the information which is collected is interpreted and it is termed as a weakness or a strength or a threat or an opportunity, which you also know as SWOT analysis or SWOT matrix of a business. So that is what you do when you do environment diagnosis. You actually do SWOT analysis. So first we'll answer the question that why do we need to scan environment. I will answer this question in one sentence or one phrase, that is, if you don't adapt, you don't endure. What does this sentence mean? That if you don't adapt, that means if the business does not adapt to the changes which are happening around the business will not be able to sustain in the market, it will not be able to survive the profitability, right? Or it will not be able to earn profits for a longer period of time. So if you want to sustain in the market, you really need to do environment scanning of your business on regular basis. I'll give you an example. You all know that Nokia has launched some phones previously and it had Windows as the operating system. So, but those phones didn't do well in the market because there were already operating systems such as Android and iOS which were competing against Windows, and they were more user friendly. So the Nokia has not done proper understanding of the the requirements of the customers maybe, and they were not able to make an iOS which is, or make an operating system, sorry, which is more consumer friendly. So that's why their phones were not able to sustain in the market. The next is the importance of environment scanning, that what are the different advantages or why environment scanning is important for any business enterprise. The first point in that is that it helps the entrepreneur or the business to identify the opportunities so that they can take a first mover advantage. What do you mean by first mover advantage? It means that you can take a head start as compared to your competitors. I'll give you one example for this as well. Maruti Udyog analyzed the environment in the Indian market and they realized that there will be or there is a large market for small scale cars or small cars, because most of the Indian families are middle class families and they will prefer a small car instead of luxury cars, and they were able to launch the small cars before any other automobile company in India, or they were able to launch them effectively. So that's an example of having a first mover advantage when you have scanned your environment properly. The next is strategy formulation. As you all know that these days we are facing a pandemic which is COVID-19, and because of COVID-19 a lot of organizations working has been impacted very badly. The working has been impacted and the employees are not able to go to their locations and work there. So with the view of this, with this environment scanning and in analyzing the government policies which the government has launched that everybody should stay at home, the companies have formulated the strategy of working from home so that their work is not impacted 100%. I know their work is impacted, but at least they can do some work from home, the employees can do. So many companies in metro cities like Bangalore and Delhi, they have provided their desktops to the employees at their homes only, so that they can work in this environment at their home, and without any disruption they can work from their homes only. So it actually helps if you do the environment scanning properly, and if you take proper steps, you can formulate the different strategies to cope up with those problems which are there in your business environment. Tapping useful resources. See, if you have done a thorough environment scanning, you can attain various sources like human resource or even financial resources at very economical prices. So it helps you to tap or to harness different useful resources which are required for a good working of the organization. The next is better performance. It helps you to perform better. If you have done the environment scanning, it will help you to perform better, to sustain in the market, to survive in the market, and satisfy your customers properly. The next is coping with rapid changes. So one of the examples is the clothing industry, because in clothing industry what happens is there are rapid changes in the trends, fashion, customer preferences, customer taste on a very frequent basis. So there are rapid changes which are happening. If I have a business of clothing and I don't understand the new trends which the customers are preferring, so my business will not be able to survive for a longer period. So in clothing industry, or for that matter, this is just an example, for that matter any industry you go to, you need to cope up. This environment scanning helps you to cope up with the rapid changes which are happening in that particular industry. The next is image building. It also helps the businesses. When you do environment scanning, it helps the businesses to build a positive image in the environment, or in the front of customers. So for example, you all know that there are two on-demand cabs facility which are available. There are two major players in India, that is Ola and Uber. So in metro cities, the distance is very long and the travel time is very long. So to enhance or to make sure that the journey of the customer is comfortable, Ola has come up with a solution that it has launched a tablet, and it is attached in the car which you call on demand, and you can use that tablet as per your choice. You can play songs in it, you can see videos in it, you can see movies in it, and once your ride completes, then that tablet also switches off automatically. So this step which is taken by this strategy which is formulated by Ola, it builds a good image or a favorable image for Ola in the front of customers in these competitive times. So we all have understood that what are the various importance or various factors which are which help you to analyze the environment scanning, and what are the various advantages of doing environment scanning. And we can do it through SWOT matrix also. So SWOT matrix can be divided into two parts, that is internal and external. So internal factors help you to identify your strengths and your weaknesses. Strength means an advantage over others, the capability which you have in your own business so that you can compete with the market. The second is weaknesses. It is also important that you identify your weaknesses, because they are the limitations or a constraint because of which you are lagging behind when compared to your competitors. So to improve that, what you can do is you can identify your weaknesses and work upon them and improve on those weaknesses. The external environment analysis helps you to identify the various opportunities and threats which are there in the market. So opportunities are the favorable conditions and threats are the unfavorable conditions which are going to impact your business. So related to environment scanning, I'll give you now two examples. So these days, as you all know, this pandemic has been there. We have also discussed it before. So one of the applications, mobile applications, which is food delivery, that is Zomato, is being impacted a lot because the restaurants right now are not working and you cannot order food except a few restaurants like Domino's, etc. Otherwise, every restaurant is being closed and they are not working. So it has highly impacted the working of Zomato. So how they are coping up with this change or with this threat? They have now started delivering groceries to the customers so that their application keeps on working, the customers keep on using their application, and they are also serving the society in these difficult times by collaborating with various grocery shops. And you can order groceries, essential items from the same application or from the same platform which you were using before for ordering food from the restaurants. So what they have done is, they knew that they have a strength, that they have a platform. Now they have used it for providing a different service. They were earlier providing food services, now food delivery services. Now they are providing grocery or essentials delivery services to fight this unfortunate situation which we all are facing these days. The next example is Bevkoof.com. You must have heard of this mobile application. It provides you with the trendy clothing for youth. Right now, nobody is ordering clothing and the business is again highly impacted. So, what they have done is they have started, producing or manufacturing cloth masks, so that what they are doing is they are serving the society, because when you order three masks from that application, they will donate one mask to somebody who requires it but does not have the resources to purchase it. So they are serving the society. The second one is they are again using the same platform which they were using for other merchandise, but now they are manufacturing the clothing or the masks which are right now required in this pandemic situation. So these are the two examples or two organizations, business enterprises, which are trying to cope up with this situation. So for today, you all have one homework, that you need to study one business enterprise. You can study your own business enterprise, your parents business enterprise, or any other business enterprise for that matter, and how they are trying to cope up with the changes which are happening right now in the pandemic situation. So we'll see you in the next class. Hope you have learned a lot today. So see you in the next class. Till then, take care, stay home, stay safe.